Good afternoon, dear students. Let us begin the class with a small prayer. Lord Jesus, we surrender all medical professionals into your heart. Bless them with your love and care to provide healing hands and smiling face due to the sick and suffering. Amen. Ave Maria. In the last class, we studied about function of gene. One function, that is protein synthesis. Now we are moving to the second function, that is a cellular replication. That means dividing of cell or growing of cell. Most of the cells undergo cell division. We can see there are two types of cell division. First is somatic cell division or cell division of all other cells in the body other than reproductive cells. Then the next is the reproductive cell division. Somatic cell division is commonly known as mitosis, along with cytoplasmic division, that is called as cytokinesis. Mitosis is the division of nucleus, and with the division of cytoplasm, the cellular replication is getting completing in somatic cell division. Okay, somatic cell division replaces dead cells, injured cells, and add new one during tissue growth. In reproductive cell division, the mechanism is different, and here the gametes are produced. Gametes are for the next generation. So this process consists of two-step cell division. It is called as meiosis. Meiosis has got two steps. Commonly we call it as meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So we are going to study regarding cellular replication. It has got two types of cell division, that is mitosis and meiosis. And along with the mitosis and meiosis, the cell division gets completed with the cytokinesis. Okay, that is the cytoplasmic division. Look at the picture. The heading of the picture is cell cycle. Yes, before moving into the mitosis, let us see what is happening in a cell. Okay, the cell which is undergoing, okay, we can see there are two phases in a cell, two stages. Okay, cell cycle has got mainly two major periods. Okay, before going into the exact cell division process, let us see what is the common activities of a cell. So we can cell cycle, the cycle of a cell, activities of a cell, we can divide it into two: interphase and mitotic phase. Interphase and mitotic phase. In your slide, the yellow colored arrow is indicating mitotic phase, and all other G1, S, G2, see outer covering is blue color. All these three arrows consist of interphase. Okay, so interphase is the stage where the cell is not dividing. Okay, interphase is a highly metabolic activity period, and in this particular period, the cell does all its growing, all its activity, maturation, but it is not dividing itself. And this interphase, again you can see it is divided into three stages, that is G1, S and G2. G1 phase is just soon after the mitosis. Okay, so here what happened during this G1 period, the cell is very active metabolically. The children are very active during the metabolically during the growing stage. The cell is just after the mitotic period growing well. So metabolically they are very active, Clear? And the organelles are replicates in this particular period, and all the cytosolic components are can replicate during this particular period in a G1 period. So the G1 phase, metabolic changes happens, and this is the beginning of preparation for the cell division. Clear? So then second stage, if depending upon the cell, certain cell will be divided, other cell will not divide. The cells which need to be divided will move on to the other stage, that is the S phase. It is the interval between the G1 and G2, and this also lasts for 8 hours, and during this particular period DNA replication occurs. Okay, it is given as next slide. I will explain that. Okay, this is the period where the DNA is getting replicated, and next period is the G2 phase. Okay, S phase is the DNA synthesis, replicates the genetic material. Okay, and how? So that is happening in an S phase. G2 phase, this is the metabolic changes happening, and all the activities which are necessary for the preparation of mitosis is happening in this particular period. So it is an interval between the S and the mitotic phase. The cell growth continues, enzymes and even other proteins are synthesized in preparation for cell division and the replication of the centromeres. All these things are getting completing during this particular period. So we can see that the cell cycle, it has got mainly two stages, that is the mitotic stage and the interphase. And interphase again it has got three stages: G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase. We understood regarding the cellular activities or a cell cycle. Now we will move on in detail regarding the S phase. Okay, look at the picture, and you might have seen even in your video. The whole DNA is replicating and forming another new two DNAs. So one DNA is getting replicated or duplicated or replicated, and identical two DNAs are getting formed. Okay, so what happened? The DNA replicates during S phase, and you see the helical structure is getting unwinded, and each part is getting separated, and each exposed to the base of the old DNA strand, and complementary to this old DNA strand, new is synthesized, new nucleotide is synthesized, and a new DNA strand will take shape of same as the previous one. Okay, so it gets uncoiled, and both base pairs will prepare, or in that complementary base pairs are formed. So just like original DNA, two identical DNAs are formed at S phase. Okay, so this is the replication of DNA in short. Now we will move on to the mitotic phase of a cell cycle. Mitotic phase of a cell cycle consists of mainly nuclear division and cytoplasmic division. The nuclear division is known as mitosis, and the cytoplasmic division is known as cytokinesis. And with this, two identical cells are formed. Okay, so for a better understanding, mitotic phase has got four stages. First one is the prophase, second one is the metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So mitosis consists of four stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Okay, but there is no continuously it goes. We cannot say that yes, prophase is completed. Now starting metaphases. No. It is only for the study purpose it is being divided. Otherwise, it is a continuous process. Okay. First one is a prophase. Okay, this is the first phase of a mitosis. In this phase, the chromatin fibers, okay, chromatin, we have seen that already it is replicated during the S phase, and these fibers condense. Okay, in the beginning, all these chromatin fibers looks like a cluster of like a hair or even any cluster of any lengthy content, or it may be a lengthy hair. Okay, it looks like that. Then slowly it start shortening into chromosomes. So chromatin fibers condense and shorten into chromosomes. Each chromosome consists of pair of identical strands called chromatids. Okay, chromosome structure you have learned, it has got a chromatids, and even the constricted region is called the centromere. Okay, so a constricted region, centromere. Centrosome duplicate itself and two daughter centrosome forms and that migrate to opposite end of the cells. The centrosome organize a production of microtubules that is known as spindle fibers. You might have studied before. Okay, so that is otherwise known as mitotic spindle. Okay, so the centrosome which move towards the end organize production of spindle fibers. The chromosome condense into compact structure, and now there is a chromosomes, that is a chromatids and sister chromatids. Okay, and these are bind together by a centromere. So one is complement to the each other. So in the stage of prophase, we can see that the chromatin fibers condense together and form chromosomes. In that there is a two sister chromosomes. The two sister chromatids are combined together with a centromere, and the mitotic spindles are forming, and the spindles are forming like a football shaped assembly of microtubules are happening in this particular stage. Okay, after microtubes are lengthening, okay, so mitotic spindles are getting lengthened, they push the centrosomes to the poles of the cells. So the spindle extend from pole to the another pole, and this mitotic spindle is responsible for the separation of chromatids to the opposite poles of the cell. So we can see that from the centromere there is a connection towards the pole. Okay, so through which the sister chromatids are moving. So that much is happening in the prophase. So we can see that the prophase, there is a chromatid fibers are condensed into the chromosomes. In each chromosome, we can see that sister chromatids are present. Sister chromatids are connected with the centromere, and even there is a spindle fibers are formed, and these microtubules are moving towards the poles from the centromere. Okay, so this much is happening in prophase. Next is the metaphase. Metaphase is the period where the study of cells are happening, because we can visualize the chromosomes well. Okay, that is why whenever we express chromosome as an X. So because mainly we are doing the studies in a metaphase. During the metaphase, the microtubules of the mitotic spindle align the centromere of the chromatid pairs at the exact center of the mitotic spindle. Okay, and this midpoint is called metaphase plate. Okay, you can look it into your picture and you can see that. Okay, so everything is arranged at the center, metaphase, and all the chromosomes are aligned in center, and the spindle fibers are at the poles. So that is the metaphase. So in the metaphase, what is happening? The chromosomes align themselves along with the metaphase plate of the spindle fibers or spindle apparatus. Okay, look at the picture carefully. In anaphase, you can see that centromere gets splitted and there is a way to move side. Okay, what is that? Okay, that is the spindle fibers. Yes, here centromere is getting splitted, and what happened? The sister chromatids move towards the opposite poles through mitotic spindle. Okay, so that separation is happening during the anaphase. And centromere, okay, so it just like dragging the sister chromatids towards the poles of a cell. So that is happening in the anaphase. In the anaphase, we can see that centromere is dividing and the sister chromatids of each chromosomes are separated or pulled apart. Okay, and to the opposite end of the cell. And the separated sister chromatids are now referred as daughter chromosomes. And this daughter chromosome is only half of the complete chromosomes. Okay, so that is happening in the anaphase. Fourth one is the telophase. Telophase is the final stage of mitosis and the reversal of many of the processes observed during the prophase. Okay, now what are the processes was happening in order to organize the cell division? Yes, it go back to the previous stages. Okay, the nuclear membrane reforms around the centrosome, chromosomes, and a nuclear membrane is being formed. And what happened? The chromosomes will be uncoiling and become diffuse, and the spindle fibers are getting disappear. So, reverting of the thread-like chromatin chromosome is becoming like a thread-like uncoiled chromosomes, and the nuclear envelope forms around each chromatin masses, and the nucleoli reappear, and the identical nuclei and the mitotic spindle break up, okay, disappears, and the cell division gets completed. Now with this four stage, prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase, the nuclear division is completed. Now what to do? The cytoplasm should divide. Okay, that is known as cytoplasmic division or cytokinesis. Cytokinesis begin at late anaphase. Okay, and with the formation of a anaphase and even the telophase also it begins. That is where there is a dimpling you can see. Okay, from the anaphase there is a dimpling begins and it continues even in telophase. Okay, so the formation of a telophase, we form a cleavage furrow. Okay, cleavage furrow means breaking. Okay, the cell is moving downward. Okay, so cleavage furrow, that depression which is forming at the cytoplasm of the cell is known as cleavage furrow, and the furrow is increasing and it is getting separated. Okay, so increasing of the cleavage furrow. Cleavage is actually the process through which the cell is divided. Okay, so a furrow, through the furrow cleavage is happening and the cell is becoming two. And so the cell then senders. Okay, so the final cellular division happening, and through the cytokinosis the cell is becoming two cells now. Two cells with 46 chromosomes, and even afterwards when the cell moves for a growth and development, the 46 chromosomes are formed. Okay, because the replication has happened, so the number has not reduced. Every 46 chromosomes came at the center and divided and went. So each side has got 46 sister chromatids, and which is now known as daughter chromosomes. So the number of chromosome is not reduced. Okay, that is the peculiarity of the somatic cell division. Okay, so even the cell division has happened, the number has not changed. Okay, with the cytokinesis, mitotic phase completes and the cell moves into the next stage, that is the interphase, G1, S phase and the G2 phase. And how the cell division is controlled. Each cell in a somatic cell, there can be three destinations. The cell will be alive and functioning without dividing. Yes, the cell is active and alive, but it will not go for a division. It remains as it is. That is the one destiny. Another destiny, it next suddenly it go for a division. And the third one is the to die. And this proportion has to be maintained. Some will remain function without dividing. Some will grow and divide. Some cells will die. And this is depending upon the death of a cell is known as the apoptosis. Okay, so this proportion, if it is damaged, then it will affect our body, and it may go for, if it is continuously dividing without proper die, and that may leads to cancer. Okay, so what happened with without dying. Next is the sometimes without dividing cells continuously die. Okay, that time there will be different types of necrosis. Okay, so through the necrosis, cell death, okay, uncontrolled cell death leading to necrosis of a particular area or tissue. Hope you understood about the mitosis and the cytokinesis. Now we'll move on to the division of reproductive cells, that is the meiosis. Okay, you can look at the picture. One cell is dividing and many daughter cells have been formed. But look at the genetic material. There is 2 chromosomes. Okay, but only few sister chromatids are found in the final 8 cells. So this process is different. So meiosis has got 2 steps, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So in sexual reproduction, new organism is a result of union of 2 different gametes. Okay, that is happening through the fertilization. So in meiosis, the reproductive cell division occurs in the gonads, ovaries and testes. Ovaries and the testes produces gametes, in which the number of chromosomes are reduced into half. So one from father, one from mother, each has got only 23 chromosomes. Okay, when it's you join together at fertilization, the next person or baby forms with 23 pairs of chromosome or 46 chromosome, which is the correct number of a chromosome in every human body. So fertilization is a process which restores the diploid number of chromosomes. Diploid means 2 set, haploid means 1 set. Okay, so diploid, every human being has got diploid number of chromosomes, that is the 46 chromosome. It is happening, gaining it through fertilization. Meiosis occurs in 2 successive stages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. During the interphase, meiosis 1, the chromosome of the diploid cell start to replicate. As a result, replication of each chromosome consists of 2 sister chromatids which are attached at their centromere. Okay, the meiosis 1. Meiosis 1 is different. Okay, listen to it. Meiosis 1 begins once the chromosomal replication is complete. Okay, it consists of 4 phases: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase, and telophase 1. Okay, the name is same as the mitosis. Okay, prophase 1. In prophase 1, the chromosome shorten just like mitosis and thickens, and the nuclear envelope and the nucleoli disappear, and the mitotic spindle forms. The two sister chromatids of each pair of homologous chromosomes pair off. Yes, here you will have to notice down. Okay, 23 in mitosis, all 46 chromosomes were aligned at the center. But here, there is an identical chromosome from one from father and one from mother. So, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. So, these 23 pairs of chromosomes are getting aligned only at the center. That means one from father, one from mother. So we can see that two chromosomes are aligning together. Both has got same character. If the one is from the mother, it says about the color of the hair. Even at the same site, father has sent another chromosome. The same site, okay, maybe chromosome 1, chromosome 2. Okay, you will learn in detail when I am teaching you karyotyping. So this numbering of chromosome 1 from father, chromosome 1 from mother, these both align together at the center of a prophase 1. And during this particular period, so one chromosome X and another chromosome, another X is coming at the center. So during this period, that end portions, there is a exchanging can happen. So that is known as crossover, crossing over. It is there in the video. You can see the crossing over very well. Otherwise, in detail, we will be studying in, okay, crossing over studied later. Okay, so crossover take place. Okay, so there can be exchange between these two chromosomes. And this will be, and from the central part of each chromosome, spindle fibers are getting formed. Okay, so metaphase and the second phase. So what happens in the prophase 1? In the prophase 1, we can see that the chromosome shortens and the chromosomes, two identical chromosomes comes to the center and it align at the center, and the spindle fibers forms and exchange occurs between the non-sister chromatids, that is known as crossing over. Crossing over is a genetic recombination. That means few combination of genes occurs. That is why the child is not an exact replication of father. The child has the features of father and the mother. The one reason is for that is the crossing over. Okay. And second is going into the metaphase. In the metaphase, tetrad for two chromosomes, each has got a sister chromatids. Okay, that is why tetrads formed by the homologous pair of chromosome line up along with the metaphase plate of the cells to the side by side. In the third one, anaphase, what happened? These members getting separated. So in mitosis, all 46 chromosomes were getting separated and the 46 daughter chromosomes were moving side by side. But here in what happens, chromosomes are moving side. So only 23 chromosomes are moving separated. So the diploid is no more diploid. From here, it is becoming a haploid cell. The cell membrane of each homologous pair of chromosomes separate as they are pulled to the opposite poles of the cells by the microtubules attached to the centromere of each chromosome. The paired chromatids held by the centromere remains together. And the last one is a telophase. Okay, so just like the, okay, it is same as mitosis. Here what happens? The cytokinesis begins and it is moving towards, and all whatever the spindle fiber disappears, and even the nuclear envelope comes together, nucleoli appear and the nuclear envelopes forms together around the chromosomes. So whatever is happening in the mitosis, same as happening in the telophase 1. So this is regarding the meiosis 1. Okay, in meiosis 1, prophase 1, where the two identical chromosomes are bringing at the center, metaphase it's line up at the center, anaphase it is getting separated, telophase and through the cytokinosis, two daughter cells are formed with 23 chromosomes. Okay, that is happening in the meiosis 1. Now, in the meiosis 2, the cell division is what is same as in the same process as in mitosis. Only the thing in the mitosis there were 46 chromosomes. In that only 23 chromosomes are present. So after the completion of meiosis 2, okay, meiosis 2, so we will get 4 sperm cells. 4 sperm cells we will be getting. Okay, in meiosis 1, chromosome begins to condense, nuclear membrane dissolves and the spindle fibers forms. Phase 2, spindle fibers attach to the chromosome. Chromosomes line up at the center of cells. Only 23 chromosomes are coming up and spindle fibers are getting attached to the centromere, and each chromosome is getting separated and moving towards the poles. So in the anaphase, what happens? Only 1/4. Okay, that means only the sister chromatid is moving into the two poles, and the sister chromatids are getting separated as forming as. So we can see that only 23 chromosomes are there in the anaphase 1, 2 and telophase 2. Chromosomes reach the opposite end and the nuclear membrane forms. In the cytokinesis, cell division happens. So by the end of meiosis 2, one cell divide, and from the one cell 4 haploid cells are formed. In the mitosis only 2, but here 4 haploid cells are formed. We will conclude the topic with the comparison. Mitosis is happening in the all somatic cells. Meiosis is happening only in the gonads. Okay, so in the mitosis, the chromosomes are duplicated into 2 sister chromatids. Here the tetrad is forming the synapses, and even the site of crossing over is happening only in the meiosis. There is no crossing over in the mitosis. In the mitosis, diploid cell is forming. Okay, 2n is continuously forming. The number is not getting distorted. But here in the mitosis, one cell is dividing and the 4 cells are forming, but it is only n haploid cells are forming. And okay, it has got 2 stages. Meiosis has got 2 stages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Mitosis happening only in 1 stages, and no further chromosomal duplication. Sister chromatids separate in the anaphase 1, and afterwards there is no changes happen. So these are the comparison between the mitosis and the meiosis. Okay, hope you understood. If there is any doubts, please ask me when you are coming on Saturday. I am completing it here. Okay, thank you.